Welcome to Trending Now USA, and I am Bella. Tonight, we are bringing you a developing story that is already reshaping the conversation around international tennis, national pride, and the future of one of the sport's brightest stars. What has just been revealed about Coco Gauff and the United Cup 2026 is not a small update or a routine scheduling note. This is the kind of revelation that sends quiet shockwaves through locker rooms, federation offices, and fan communities around the world. It changes expectations, it alters strategy, and it reframes how the United States may approach one of the most important mixed team events in modern tennis. Coco Gauff is no longer simply being discussed as a talented young player or even as a Grand Slam champion. She is now being positioned as a central figure, a pillar, and in many ways a symbol of American ambition heading into the United Cup 2026. Sources close to the U.S. Tennis Association and tournament insiders have confirmed that Gauff's role is expected to go far beyond participation. What is emerging is a picture of leadership, responsibility, and influence that few players her age have ever been asked to carry on such a global stage. The United Cup has rapidly become one of the most meaningful events on the tennis calendar. Blending men's and women's competition into a single national narrative, it demands not only individual brilliance but cohesion, chemistry, and a shared sense of purpose. For the United States, a nation with enormous depth but often divided priorities, the challenge has always been how to unify star power into a single, dominant force. That is where Coco Gauff now comes in, and why this revelation matters so much. According to multiple insiders, Gauff is expected to serve as the emotional and competitive anchor of Team USA at the United Cup 2026. This does not mean she will simply play her singles matches and step aside. Instead, she is being prepared for a role that includes mentoring younger teammates, acting as a public-facing leader for the squad, and helping define the tone and culture of the American camp throughout the tournament. In practical terms, this means her presence will influence scheduling decisions, practice dynamics, and even doubles pairings. This is a major shift. Traditionally, American teams have relied on a rotating cast of stars, with leadership spread loosely among veterans. But the landscape has changed. With Serena Williams long retired and other senior figures either inconsistent or unavailable, U.S. tennis has been searching for a new center of gravity. Coco Gauff, still in her early 20s by 2026, has emerged as the answer to that search. What makes this moment even more significant is the timing. The United Cup takes place at the very start of the season, setting the emotional and competitive tone for the entire year. By placing Gauff at the heart of this event, Team USA is effectively signaling that she is not just a contender for individual titles, but the face of American tennis moving forward. This is about identity as much as it is about results. Behind the scenes, planning has reportedly been underway for months. Performance staff, coaches, and federation officials have been discussing how to structure the team around Gauff's strengths. Her physical durability, her adaptability across surfaces, and her proven ability to handle pressure make her uniquely suited for the demands of a mixed team competition. But perhaps more importantly, her maturity and composure have impressed those who have worked closely with her. Coco Gauff's evolution has been remarkable. From a teenage sensation who burst onto the scene with fearless play, she has grown into a player known for tactical intelligence, emotional control, and a deep understanding of the sport's mental demands. These qualities are exactly what a team competition like the United Cup requires. Matches can swing quickly, momentum can change within minutes, and the ability to stabilize a team emotionally is often just as valuable as winning points. In 2026, Gauff is expected to be involved in key decisions regarding doubles pairings, particularly in mixed doubles, which often decide crucial ties. Her previous success in doubles, combined with her communication skills on court, make her an ideal partner and strategist. Sources suggest that the U.S. coaching staff views her as someone who can elevate not only her own performance, but that of her partners as well. This level of trust is rare, especially for a player who is still relatively young. But Coco Gauff has consistently demonstrated that she thrives when responsibility increases. Time and again, she has delivered her best tennis in moments when expectations were highest. The United Cup 2026 appears poised to become another such moment. There is also a broader cultural dimension to this revelation. Gauff's presence resonates deeply with fans across generations. She represents a new era of American tennis, one that is diverse, outspoken, and globally connected. Her leadership at the United Cup will not only be about winning matches, but about representing the values and aspirations of a new generation of players and fans. Internationally, rival teams are already taking notice. The prospect of a United States team unified around Coco Gauff has changed how other nations are assessing their chances. Coaches and analysts from Europe, Asia, and Australia have reportedly begun factoring her expanded role into their strategic planning. This is the mark of a true leader, when your presence alters the calculations of your opponents before the tournament even begins. The United Cup itself stands to benefit enormously from this development. Having a clearly defined star at the center of the competition adds narrative clarity and emotional investment. For broadcasters, sponsors, and fans, Coco Gauff's role provides a focal point around which stories can be told and rivalries can be built. It elevates the event from a collection of matches to a cohesive sporting drama. It is important to note that none of this diminishes the contributions of other American players. On the contrary, many within the team view Gauff's leadership as a stabilizing force that allows everyone else to perform more freely. Younger players gain confidence from her example, while more experienced teammates appreciate her calm presence in high-pressure situations. This approach reflects a broader trend in modern tennis, where leadership is no longer defined solely by age or seniority. Instead, it is earned through consistency, professionalism, and the ability to connect with others. Coco Gauff embodies these qualities, and her role at the United Cup 2026 is a natural extension of who she has become as an athlete and as a person. As preparations continue, fans can expect to see Gauff increasingly visible in promotional materials, press conferences, and team announcements related to the United Cup. This is not accidental. It is part of a deliberate strategy to position her as the standard-bearer for American tennis on the global stage. With every appearance, she reinforces the message that Team USA is entering a new era. There are, of course, challenges ahead. The physical demands of starting the season with an intense team competition can be significant. Balancing national duty with individual goals requires careful management. But those closest to Gauff believe she is more than capable of navigating these challenges. Her team has emphasized recovery, smart scheduling, and long-term planning to ensure that her United Cup role enhances rather than detracts from her overall season. What makes this revelation truly transformative is its long-term implications. The United Cup 2026 may be just the beginning of a broader leadership arc for Coco Gauff. By stepping into this role now, she is laying the foundation for future team events, including the Olympics and other international competitions. She is learning how to lead under pressure, how to unify diverse personalities, and how to carry the weight of national expectation with grace. For American tennis, this is a moment of renewal. For Coco Gauff, it is a moment of affirmation. The trust being placed in her reflects years of hard work, resilience, and growth. It signals that she is no longer just a participant in the sport's biggest moments, but a driving force behind them. As the countdown to the United Cup 2026 continues, one thing is clear. This tournament will not simply be another stop on the calendar. It will be a stage on which Coco Gauff's expanded role is fully revealed to the world. Her leadership, her performance, and her presence will shape not only the outcome of the event, but the narrative of the season to come. And that is why this changes everything. For Team USA, for the United Cup, and for the future of tennis itself, Coco Gauff's role in 2026 marks the beginning of a new chapter, one defined by unity, ambition, and a star ready to lead on the biggest stage.